Yeah. Hey, Sasha, welcome back.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
How do you feel basketball wise? What's your percentage right now, you think?
I mean, I'm perfectly fine. I'm 100%. Nothing is wrong with me.
Right.
Just it was unfortunate for those past few weeks or whatever it was that I got sick, but I'm perfectly fine.
Right. Isn't it going to take you some time to kick off some rust or whatever? You don't think?
I mean, I don't. I'm sure it seems that way, but I mean, like I said, I feel fine. I want to get out there and play and do everything I can to help our team win. And like I said, I feel fine. I guess it's probably going to take some time to get back to whatever I was at before I got sick, but no, I feel good.
Yeah. So how many days did you go without really being able to do anything, without being able to touch a ball, without being able to be physically active, things like that?
Whatever my quarantine was, however many days that was, and then a few days when I got out, so probably around like 10 to 12 days of just not being able to do anything, just sit around and just try to get healthy. So
Did you go crazy at all?
definitely was starting to. I guess the first few days when I was in quarantine was more. I wasn't feeling too well, so I was just trying to get over that and just trying to get healthier, stronger, kind of get back to normal. And then those last few days that I was in there was really kind of driving me crazy, and I really wanted to get out there and just go to practice or do whatever. But it's very, very frustrating being in that position where I got to watch games in a hotel room and I got to just whatever, just sit there and know that everybody else is playing and whatever. But it is what it is. Things happen, so I'm just happy to be back now.
Yeah. Can you just walk us through the morning after the Ohio State game when you realized something might be going on?
Yeah, I just woke up and I just really wasn't feeling well. I texted, Chad Young, our trainer, and just I had class. That was our first day of class, so I was just, I was like, I don't really feel too well. I don't want to go to class and jeopardize anybody else's health. So got tested really early that morning, and then just went from there. And luckily I said something because if this whole COVID thing wasn't an issue, I just would have showed up to practice or anything,
Right.
just try to tough it out or whatever. But luckily I did, and trainers and staff here and all the doctors did a great job of just keeping me isolated and keeping me away from everybody, and making sure I just got better.
What did you see from your team watching from the sideline, or watching from home, or watching from wherever you were?
I mean, so technically the only game that I really watched while I was in quarantine was the Michigan game, and it was very frustrating to watch from, I guess, like a fan perspective. But I don't know. It was just, you got to give credit to Michigan. They're a great team. They run stuff really well. They really guard, and it's just frustrating to not be able to be there and help, and even if on the sideline, just say something that can, I don't know, get somebody going, get a proper defensive assignment, scouting report thing, or whatever it may be, but just to help. But after that, the Minnesota game, and then I didn't travel for the Maryland game as well, so that one kind of watching it as well. But yeah, just being there and just trying to help people and talk to people whenever I can on the sidelines. But definitely watching from home wasn't a pleasant experience. Hopefully I don't have to do that again.
Right. So do you kind of feel like you're easing back into things right now, or do you feel like you're diving 2 feet back into what you were doing before?
I don't want to ease back into things. I want to be back to what I was, back to whatever it was before I got sick. So I mean, like I said, I'm fine. I'm 100%. I just want to get out there and play and contribute for our team to get some wins.
Yeah, Matt says that when you have disruptions personnel-wise, and you guys have had a bunch of them this year on top of this, it's hard in the moment, but it makes you better long-term. Do you see any way in which, the last 3 games could conceivably make you guys a little bit better, whether that's empowering Jaden and Brandon, whatever it might have been while you were out or anything like that? Do you see any long-term benefit to what happened here?
I mean, yeah, you saw obviously a lot of our younger guys really stepped up within these past few games. I mean, Brandon getting 29 points in a Big Ten game is not a lot of people have done it, So him and Jaden obviously have been really playing well these past few games and have really stepped up into a larger role that they're playing a lot more minutes, shooting the ball a lot more and just really, contributing on the offensive end and defensive end. They're doing their job and doing it well. So they've really stepped up and, within these past 3 games and given us a big boost.
I'm good. Thank you, Sasha.
Thank you.
Mike?
Yeah, Sasha, what was a typical day like for you once you were in isolation?
I would sleep in a little bit. I don't usually get to sleep in, so just sleep in and I did nothing. Like I would just watch TV, stare at a wall for a few hours, play some video games, do some homework here and there, and then go right back to bed and do it the same thing the next day. So nothing crazy.
So it was your own version of Groundhog Day.
Yeah, not very fun.
So did you binge any shows? I mean, did you catch up on anything that you've been wanting to catch up on or anything like that?
Just here and there, I watch some random movies, some documentaries, some things my brother, Coach Payne, was telling me. He's like, if you need some suggestions on stuff, he goes, I'm your guy. So I don't know. I just watch random things. I wasn't really particularly into anything, but just whatever was on TV.
How'd you get your food delivered to you, or another way?
Yeah, Chad Young, our trainer, and Coach Bloom would, and Grady and some of the PJ and the GAs, they would either deliver food for me or I tried to not bother anybody, so I would just have most of my stuff delivered, but that was pretty much it.
So you didn't have human contact for, 10 days or so?
Yep. Yeah. However long I was in the hotel.
But just watching your team play when you can't do anything about it, I know you said it was frustrating, but just how do you, as a player that's playing on that team, how do you watch a game of your teammates from miles away on TV?
Like I said, it's just very frustrating. There's a lot of things that it's different, obviously. I guess this is what fans feel when they watch our games, but you obviously see things a lot different when it's on TV and you could see it developing from a fan perspective, but on the court it's a lot different. And you have to see those things as they're happening. But yeah, it's frustrating because, I could see things happening. Like I know what plays being called. I know whatever they're running. And I'm trying to yell through the screen at somebody to do their job. But yeah, it's very, like I said, it's very frustrating. It's not a pleasant experience. I don't like that at all. I don't want to do that again. So hopefully I won't have to.
Did they still send you the scouting reports before each game? Did you go over that, or did you stay away from that?
No, I mean, I wasn't obviously in the building or anything, but I watch enough Big Ten basketball that I pretty much know everybody's roster a majority of the time, what people do. I pride myself a lot on really doing as much as I can with scouting reports and personnel. So I know what a lot of people run and the plays that they run and how they get into actions and stuff like that. So I kind of knew beforehand anyway, but no, I didn't really get into the scout with them.
Well, I assume that you were able to watch other Big Ten games too, right, during this time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that and a lot of NBA games that I usually are not able to watch. So,
what'd you pick up from watching the other Big Ten games, if anything?
I mean, nothing really. It's just, you're just watching potential opponents coming up or teams that you've already played and, just watching what they do differently or what they do well. Just things like that, just kind of picking up on, plays or watching in-depth personnel that you may be guarding in the near future, whatever it may be. So that was kind of one thing.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else for Sasha?
Yes. Hey, Sasha, what has impressed you most about this freshman class?
I mean, I think they've really improved since the beginning of the year, and they've really done a good job of just like growing up, and being more mature in these Big Ten games and what we've done moving forward. And early on, I think it's just every freshman kind of deals with, it's your first college basketball game. There's a lot of moving pieces. We run a lot of stuff. We have certain responsibilities on the defensive end. You got to know our plays. There's just a lot of things thrown at you at once, and you're going to gradually pick it up over time. You just continually keep getting better. Stay in the gym, work on your game, do everything that you can to steal extra minutes. These freshmen have really done a great job of it, and it's been showing.
Well, was there a moment, early in the season, maybe when you guys are just, running, playing basketball in the summer? Was there any time that you thought, man, this is a good group?
I mean, yeah, I said it. I said it since the summer. I thought we could win the Big Ten, and that's no joke. Like, I actually said that. Like, I believe our roster, the players that we have are just super talented. You see what these freshmen are able to go and just, play really well in these Big Ten games and do it against the best competition in the country, really. And they were doing that since the summer. But like I said, it's just, implementing that skill set within our system and making sure that, our stuff, your responsibilities, our actions. There's just a lot of, little details that get you on the floor. And then once you're on the floor, you're able to, kind of showcase what you could do. But yeah, I've known for a while that, we got a special group.